Hey, what's up guys? Joe here with The Range. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at my RZR 4900. We're going to look at the modifications and accessories that have been added and then ask you what the top 3 most important accessories for a side-by-side are. Let's do this. All right, so I will start up front here and kind of work my way to the back. So first thing up here in the front is we have this Brick City Fabs bumper that was put on. I like it, looks great. As far as reviews go, I didn't install it. Just feel like it looks good, brings a nice look to the machine. Color matches pretty close to the orange that comes on the machine as well. All right, next we have the winch. It has a winch installed. It's just the $130 jobby from Harbor Freight. It's you know, the Badlands model. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. I have used it a couple times. Next up is the light bar up front. We've got a 20-inch light bar up front. This is the Nightlight brand light bar. You've probably seen them a lot, or seen them on Amazon. They are a good light bar. They do a good job. I hear they stand behind their product. It's worked out well for me so far, so it's been good. So the wheel and tire package that was on it is the STI HD alloy bead locks. So they are bead lock wheels on the outside. Good solid wheel. I think they look great. I probably will end up taking these off and powder coating them orange. Just I like the look of that color matching ring on it. As far as the tires go, they are Chicane RX by STI. They are 28 by 10 by 14. Good solid tire. I've had good luck with them so far. I mean, don't have much to compare them to, but they have been a good tire so far. I've probably put 200 or 300 miles on the machine since I got it. Accessory or mod, or whatever you want to call it, is the door inserts. Has those all around, helps keep down with the dust and wind and whatnot. So those were installed. They've been good. These two on this side fit really well. The one on the other side I need to adjust it. It does get a little bit rattly on bumps and whatnot. So these ones fit tight enough and well enough that they don't rattle. The other ones don't. The other side doesn't. So I'll be adjusting them to kind of tune them in for that. These are the LED pod lights that go. There's one on each side in the front that face out. They help light up the night sky on those forest rides and whatnot. All the LEDs still work on it, still functions well. I haven't seen any fogging issues or anything else on them yet. So they still work pretty well. They're cheap, and you know, they break, you replace them. It's not like you're putting a $600 light on the side of your machine. Awesome, there's a place for those, but me, I'd rather spend 40 bucks twice than 600 once. So I also have a pod light in the back. This is a Nightlight 6-light pod light. It's on by switch. It goes on with my pod lights on the side as well. So it comes out the back and then on the 2 sides. I'd like to eventually hook it up to be some sort of a reverse light. Right now, it's a reverse light, but all the lights come on at the same time with it. So, but yeah, that's an additional light that we have on the back. It works really well. And again, Nightlight, they tend to stay behind their products, which is unusual as cheap as they are. All right, jumping into the inside, the guy before me anyway, the guy I bought it from, he did put the inserts in the seats, in the stock seats, to be able to run harnesses through them. So it's got inserts all around. That one in the back, you see there, it kind of popped out a little bit. I will be fixing that one to make it more cosmetically appealing. But yeah, and then it's got harnesses in all 4 seats. It's got these Crow 4-point harnesses. They're great. They are a little bit of a pain to take on and off, just like any other 4-point harnesses. I really would prefer to get some buckle ones, so that's pretty high on the list of mods to get. But all 4 seats have these harnesses, or have 4-point harnesses. I've got 3 Crow 4-point harnesses, the 3-inch wide ones in these 3 seats, and then we've got a Dragonfire 2-inch one in the back left seat, just smaller for kids basically. Now, the most practical and useful mod or accessory or whatever you want to call it that I have on this machine is right here. These door pads, for a guy like me, I'm 6 foot 4 inches tall, so for a guy like me, they are a requirement. Basically, it makes it so my knee is padded no matter what, which is perfect. So it's comfortable on long rides and everything else. I don't have any issues with knee pain on the side of my knee. They also come with the zipper bags as well, so you can have plenty of extra storage there. And again, your knee rides against that the whole time. To me, this should be a standard feature on every Polaris RZR. All right, so one mod that I've done that I've really liked is this GPS mount. So we did a video that you can find probably, I don't know, here, somewhere around there, that I'll link to it, that shows how to basically use one of your old tablets or something you have lying around the house to set yourself up a GPS mount and entertainment center, entertainment device, console, whatever you want to call it, in your machine. I've really liked this one. It's been just an extra tablet we've had lying around the house. It cost me total about probably 20-25 bucks without the tablet to set it up like that. It's been super convenient to record rides on the trails and also just to use for music. On the inside, we also got some additional lighting. We've got they call them zombie lights. The guy used a zombie light switch for this one anyway, but they're, the rock lights. They dance to the music. You can change them to individual colors. It's got a app for it and whatnot. I've got 4 of them down here, so 1 in each one of the footwells. So you've got the lighting down there, but then they're also set up as rock lights as well. So you've got one of these pods in each one of the wheel wells as well to be able to provide a little bit of lighting while you're out on the trail. Another accessory that I've really liked is this SSV MRB2 Bluetooth stereo. So it's got a decent little stereo in it. It's got this as the controller, and I connect to that via Bluetooth, or I can connect to it via aux over here through this little port. And then it's also got pod speakers down here. I need to get a new grill for this one. That one ran away. But that's what they look like. So it's got pod speakers down there. And it's got a subwoofer behind the box. And I used to have the pods on the roll bar in the back, but they are just, they were cheap. They rattled away and they are gone now. But overall, the system sounds great. I'm not sure I would have went that crazy if I was building the machine out myself. I do enjoy tunes while I'm on the trail, but the wife and family does get a little tired of it after a while. I've also got a CB radio set up in the machine, so this is not a communication device or anything else. It's just a CB radio. I've got the remote area taped off. This is where you plug in your CB. I did that just because water tends to settle down there, and I don't want water settling on the mic connections and everything else. But this is basically just for emergencies and everything else. It's worked for communicating when you're out on the trail with other people. It's also got the antenna that has been added up here. I will say I'm not a fan of drilling into this plastic here. So of drilling in right here or putting these right here. This to me is a body panel, and it should be left alone as a body panel, and there shouldn't be drilling into it and everything else. If I would have been the one that did that, I would have mounted the antenna probably on the back on one of these mounts that I use for the mirror here, or some other way I would have mounted the antenna, because I'm not a big fan of drilling into here. As for the pod lights, would have done the same thing. Either went with a different light that I could put out right here, or put something on a rack up here rather than drilling into the plastic. Is this Dragonfire soft top. So it's been a solid soft top. I haven't had it, I've had the machine for 2 months now and about 200 miles. It's been good. It did come with the tear in it, and I used my home economics class stitching there to stitch it closed, and it's been holding up. So eventually I want to do a expedition rack on top. So when I do that, I'll end up going with a hard top. But yeah, that's the roof it's got on it. So as far as modifications go, that's it. That's the machine. It's basically stock as far as suspension goes. As far as engine goes, there's been no modifications there. It's stock as far as that goes, which to me, I mean, for what I do right now, trail riding, with the family, all that kind of stuff, it's got plenty of power. I haven't found myself wanting extra power. So if I had to rank the top 3 accessories that I have on this machine, I would rank them first wheels and tires, mainly tires. That 28-inch tire gives me a little extra space, little extra clearance, which is always nice. Second is the lighting. Adding an additional light bar really helps out at night for riding on the trails at night and whatnot. The stock ones just aren't enough. And then the third option for me is the stereo and GPS. So having the ability to listen to tunes while you're out on the trail brings a different feeling to the whole ride. And then also having the GPS to be able to choose the music I want to listen to and be able to use it as GPS. So those are my top 3 accessories. What are your thoughts on what the top 3 accessories are for a UTV? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning into this one. We'll see you guys on the trails.